Hi everyone. I hope you all are doing well, especially in light of everything that's going on these days. Wow, how much your world can change in a day. Um, it's just crazy. So I wanted to take a moment to talk to everyone regarding COVID-19. Um, it's a lot to take in. So last week we started getting warnings of that this has now become a serious problem here in the US and how it affects individuals who are older or with underlying medical conditions, and that we need to start taking precautions. And just the whole thing has been quite overwhelming, I guess you could say, in many ways. So I know for a fact that the coronavirus in general is, similar to like the flu. There's many different strains of it. And what sent me to the hospital last year was a form of it. And I'm sure probably not this form, but just one of the forms of it. And so I already have a good, healthy respect for it. So, and I know I don't want any more of it. So we are doing all we can to stay safe and try to keep some normalcy still in our lives. So around here, so far, they have closed schools, any gatherings over 50 people or more. So there's obviously no sporting events or concerts or just any kind of gatherings. The movie theaters are going at like limited capacity. Some stores are closing, but for the most part, the stores are cutting hours and doing things like that. What's been crazy is how everybody preparing to stay in is buying the same things all at the same time and causing shortages in stuff. Some people think that people are overbuying. I actually think that what's happening is we just usually don't all buy these items at the same time. It's staggered throughout the weeks and months, or weeks and, during the month, where we all buy our stuff as we need it. But now we've all been told to go get it. So I think that just everybody going to get these items at the same time has caused a difficulty for the stores to keep enough in stock. Luckily, we had a lot of the items already here. I have a tendency to stock up on like Clorox wipes and toilet paper and things like that. The one thing that we did not have any of is hand sanitizer, because I really just don't believe in it. I think good old hand washing is better. But in light of everything, we felt that we needed some at our store just to have on hand so that people could use as needed. And so when we went to look for that, there was none. I ended up having to make some, which is fine because then I know exactly what's in it. But even those ingredients were hard to get. It's a very simple recipe, just aloe vera gel and rubbing alcohol. So we were able to, find that stuff and go ahead and make that. Other than that, what we've done is stopped eating out anywhere just because we don't know who's preparing the food. Also, the last time we ate out, we happened to be sitting next to someone who was coughing away the whole night, and this was just as this whole thing was ramping up. So yeah, we decided that it's probably best to just eat at home for now. Other than that, we've been trying to think of things to do that are just away from others. Yesterday we went down by the lake and had like a picnic lunch just in the car, sitting by the water. And you know, as the weather warms up, there'll be more to do outside. We are still running our businesses. Our office up there, everybody has been, you know, drilled to wash hands, wipe keyboards, mice, phones, you know, just the whole 9 yards of whatever you can do. No shaking hands with customers, just whatever we can do to play it on the safe side. And at our store, which is only open 3 days a week, which is really nice because the pluses about that is, well, with both of our businesses, there's very few people in like our office at a time. So there's no groups there. It's just a usual, regular, you know, small office setting of maybe 8 people. And so, you know, this, you know, it keeps it much easier to manage. Not to say that they're not other places when they're out, but we can't stop everything. So we're still doing our office, and then with our store, we probably see on average maybe about 25 customers in a day there. So with that, it's relatively small numbers. It's a small business, and it's in a big space, which is nice because it allows everybody to spread out that's in there. And me being behind the counter, I can stay a certain distance from people. And after each transaction, you know, we have implemented habits of wiping everything down, washing hands frequently, hand sanitizer when we can't get to the bathrooms, and, you know, just whatever we can do to stay safe and keep our customers safe as well. So it has definitely changed a lot. It'll be interesting to see where this goes, and hopefully they get things under control. I know some other things that I have done is canceled. Luckily, I got all my doctor's appointments in prior to this whole thing exploding, and the only thing that I really had left to do was go get some blood work. But it's I had my whole panels and everything done already last month. So I just had one thing that I usually go do each month, and it's not of any importance really. So I've asked that they delay that, and that was fine. They did agree to that. And so my next hospital visits or doctor's visits aren't until the end of May. So that gives me a nice stretch of time that I can just avoid or stay away from the hospitals. And so that's a plus for me. As far as suggestions for anybody, you know, just washing your hands, wiping frequently touched areas down as often as possible. I know if I go out when we come home and we're in for the night, then we go up, change our clothes, take a bath right away. Limiting who we have contact with, trying to only place ourselves in areas with small numbers of people, and not in close contact. You have to do what makes you comfortable and how you feel safe. I don't know. I've never seen anything quite like this. I think that the ball has been dropped in some ways, because we've seen other things get started but never made it this far over here. So yeah, it's just going to be interesting to see how this all plays out. But I am wishing everybody safe, healthy weeks ahead, And I would love to hear any comments that you have regarding this. Also, I guess just having enough of a stash of food and, all your necessities is probably a pretty good idea, because we never know if it's going to get to a point where they actually have to lock stuff down for a little while just to get things under more control. So, medicines and things like that, it probably is a really good idea to plan a little bit ahead. And, maybe, I don't know, even talk to your doctor some about if there's anything you should have on hand in case you see any symptoms. And then, always remember that knowledge is power. So I'm not really comfortable at this point giving out any symptoms or other things like that, because there's so much misinformation right now that I don't want to give anything that's not correct. So I would rather people go straight to the CDC website or other official websites, because there's just so much online right now that's just incorrect. So, and then I'd also like to remind people not to get too overdone with it. Remember to not only focus on that, but enjoy other aspects of your life. You might have to enjoy them in a different way, but to not let this completely overtake everything. And do everything you can to stay healthy. Eat healthy, get enough sleep. If you have meds that you're supposed to be taking or supplements, or, just do what it is that you're supposed to be doing and follow the extra, things that the hand washing we should always be doing, not touching our face as much as possible. It can be hard to stop all of that, especially with the cannula. Things get itchy sometimes, but I try to keep it, think about if I have just washed my hands or where I've been before I touch my face. It's not so bad here at home, but especially when I'm out, I try to definitely curb the face touching, or if I have to, I grab a tissue and use that instead. Just try to curtail your habits so that they're going to be in your in the best interest of your health. And again, I would love to hear any comments or your thoughts or things that you're doing to kind of help stay safe and healthy. And I'm sure I will be back in a few days to check in with everyone, let you know how I'm doing, and also to find out how you're doing. So, yes, good luck with all of this. Bye-bye.